Hello everyone, welcome to a new series on my channel here. This is 7 Days to Die Console Edition. It's not a new game or anything, this has kind of been out for a while. Well, actually a couple years, but something I've been playing a lot lately, and I just decided we'll start doing some videos on it and share that with you all. So, I started a new world here. I've got the beginning game quest that it gives you every world that you start in, or join into, actually. But I'm going to start this new world, and just kind of play along, and I don't know if you'd call it playthrough, or like a let's play, or what you would call it, but yeah, just gonna play some 7 Days of Die, and hopefully you all can come along on the little adventure we'll be having here. And this is I kind of did the adventurous rule set in this game, but I changed two options. I've made the loot respawn every 10 days instead of 30, which is the default for the rule set. And I increased the airdrops, or not increased it, but I increased the time between airdrops to every 3 days opposed to every day as it is by default. Just a little bit of a changing because this is totally solo. I'm not going to be playing with anyone. I don't need to like balance the loot like that. So just trying to get through these first couple of quests they give you by default. So you got to basically just gather up rocks and various things. Rocks, wood, plant fibers you get from just basically punching grass. You can get it from other stuff, but it's the easiest way to get it, especially in the first day. And speaking of first day, I'm probably going to try to make every video like a single in-game day. Kind of helps keep things a little organized, and maybe over the night cycle I will just kind of be the off-camera stuff. But yeah, just trying this out. I play it on my own, so I might as well do some videos about it. Trying to find some rocks here. Those are sometimes the hardest things to find. Unless you don't need them, then you seem to find them everywhere. I know there's these bigger rocks, but you actually have to break them with a tool of some kind. Is there any of these little, like, wood plants around? I don't think there is. Well, I just got to try to break one of these real quick. So, this game, I know it is on PC up to, like, Alpha 20, but I think the console edition is still on either Alpha 15 or 16, or it's like some combination of both. But it hasn't been updated in a long time, and it's kind of been stuck at this version of the game. But honestly, I think it's alright. It's not overly optimized because this is actually a PS4 game, but I brought it over to PS5 because it just runs a whole lot better. If you've played it on the older consoles, it is a little bit, I don't say jittery, kind of freezes, tends to crash a lot more. Don't get me wrong, it has crashed on a PS5, but it doesn't get like low frame rate and just constantly like a freeze while traveling through the world. Don't really have those issues. Turn up like the motion blur and stuff on this too, and it doesn't have nearly as hard of a time keeping up with the game either. So, first couple quests, you know, you're just making basic tools and clothing. This is the starter house for the NAS game level 2. If you start up a world in this, you get spawned usually by a house on the NAS game map, and the random gen, and it just kind of says, hey, we're going to chuck you wherever, whether there's a house or anything nearby or not. Let's see, need to craft a club. Do that real quick. Really should be out here gathering up some resources. Daylight is sort of precious in this game. The zombies can't, well, it depends on your settings, but zombies typically don't run during the day. They're just kind of stumbling around. So, makes it a little easier to avoid them or deal with them if you happen to run into them. Let's see, I gotta break some more of these. And I'm sorry if my conversation and my thought process is all over the place. I'm slight concentration mode trying to do these quests and not get too far into the day without completing them, because the final one is the journey to the trader, which I know the map, the NAS game map that I'm playing a little bit already. I think it's off in the north of me. That's where I'll be heading for that. Scrap that. Go ahead and make a bunch of them. Go ahead and make that. Let's see here. I don't want to beat on those rocks. Those rocks take a little too long to get through. Just break these center blocks down. So yeah, the first day of this game, usually you want to spend it just gathering wood, rocks, looting whatever you can find, and if you don't spawn near a house like I did, try to find like some kind of shelter to kind of hold up for the night. Zombies don't really seek you out the first couple of days. It's kind of progresses into that difficulty as you get up past like the first 7 days, and then the first 14, it starts slowly ramping it up. It also depends on your game settings that you start your world in. Alright, I gotta make these frames. I'll probably take these in the house here and place them. Yeah, we don't need these windows here. Just do that. You don't have to place them on a building, you can just place them wherever, but figured if I'm going to kind of use this as my base, might as well put some better walls up in places. Oh shoot, okay. I'm gonna have to cut a tree down or something. Don't really need to make one, because there's actually a campfire upstairs. Let's see. Place this in the fireplace. I'll effectively have 2 of them, one upstairs and one here, but I gotta do it for the quest. And there's that. Fix the door real quick. Alright, I'm gonna chop this tree down, I'll check my map, and I'll show you where this trader it wants me to go to is at. Just gotta get some wood. Alright. And just as I thought, it was kind of north of me. It's actually really not that far away. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and start headed that way, because I have a few things I can sell. It's also a good idea, first couple days, or before you go to the trader, if you find anything, don't necessarily immediately scrap it, because it may have some coin value that you can take to the trader and sell it, get a couple coins, or Duke's Casino tokens. Call them coins, tokens, whatever you want to, whatever they are. Actually, I should grab this cotton, because early game's not a bad idea to make the cloth armor, which I know it sounds kind of weak, but I mean it is, but it's still better than having essentially nothing except just grass clothing. But it does take quite a bit of cotton, so if you find a patch like this, it doesn't hurt to gather all of it or a good chunk of it. It also is useful for making just cloth, so you can make like bandages, because you only start with one, and unfortunately all it takes is one hit and you can be bleeding, and effectively you're going to be using it and out of a bandage. So I may want to make another one of those. Scrap that one. So I think the trader is right ahead of me before this like mountain range. And there's a zombie. Might as well initiate the fight. I tend to use the bow a lot early game just because it keeps your distance from the zombies a lot better than a club or any other melee weapon would. And it never hurts to kill a few zombies on the way, because you can loot them. And occasionally you will find stuff like guns or very valuable stuff. Or just food and water. That's always a good thing, especially in the first couple days. But let's see. Let's scrap that. Eat that. Let's see. Grab that. Make some more arrows with those feathers. Alright, so cloth armor, craft one of those, craft one of those. Now, I know there's more options for the cloth armor, but if you actually start wearing some of that, it removes your plant fiber clothing, which gives you an insulation value. The cloth armor actually does not, unfortunately. So depending on where you're at, like the biome or the weather, you may want to actually keep your plant fiber clothing on.
I got just the thing for what's ailing
So
you.
we're gonna sell that. Sell that because that's a negative insulation value, and I am in a cold area. I know that's a iron reinforced club. It's actually kind of a decent early game weapon, but I could craft better, so I'm gonna sell that. Hanging on to that painkiller because that can actually be used for healing purposes. I don't think there's anything else here I really want to sell. I got 37 bucks. And that hunting knife and SMG schematic would be quite nice. He's got two of them. Doesn't have any other guns, well, our sawed-off shotgun. Mining helmet, that would be useful. Although I tend to prefer the night vision. I know the night vision in this game sucks because it's very staticky looking, but I still like it because in multiplayer or PvP situations, you do not actually go off any light. So you can effectively be a lot stealthier while still being able to see. We'll go ahead and grab all these cotton plants and make some more cloth fiber, or cloth fragments, whichever it's called. I hear you, zombie. Where are you at? Oh, you're a crawly. Little crawling feller. These are surprisingly tough in this game because they just kind of tank hits and don't get stunned nearly as much. So, yeah, I'll grab that. Eat that. That's another thing about the early game. You do go through food and water quite quickly, but that's okay, because there is ways to remedy that problem. Actually, I do have skill points. Usually the first 10 skill points you get is from that quest, and well, quest I just completed. And I would recommend putting it into Sexual Tyrannosaurus because you get increased stamina regen. And in the early days of this game that you play, you're going to be running a lot and doing things that use stamina. So having the ability to regenerate it a little faster is actually quite significant. Let's see, do I have enough to make a bandana? Well, that's pretty much it. Alright, well, we'll get back to this house down here. And I might want to kill this deer if I get the opportunity. Or just totally miss. Well, that's one hit. Probably not enough to, Oh, okay, you got zombies here now. Definitely was not there, earlier. It's always good to go for those headshots, too. Even though it's a bow and arrow and it's a very low quality, low damage one, still never hurts, because you can actually, one-shot zombies. Get lucky. Also depends on the zombie. This guy here is a little bit tougher. He definitely hits harder, too. Alright, buddy. Can you stop dodging my arrows? Because I don't have but one left. Now I have to hit you with the torch. Nice thing about the torch that they spawn you with is, it can actually set zombies on fire. If you rather set your zombies on fire than shoot them with a bow, well, there's your solution. I gotta find some more feathers. Should be also gathering some wood and more stones because those will be helpful through the night cycle. Usually during the night, first couple days, you want to just kind of hunker down, and a good idea is craft a bunch of stone axes, arrows, bows, wooden clubs, or just reinforce the structure or building that you are taking shelter in, because it ranks your skills up by doing those things. And ranking those skills up means you make better tools, and you can get skill points to unlock more stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know if I've got any more bird's nests laying around. I'm sure there is, but they're like the rocks. They kind of are harder to see in the grass. And some of you all with the keen eyes probably like, oh, you just walked by one. Well, glad you can see them things. Because my whipping around and kind of just random running is probably not helping that. But I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time of day because I don't want to have too many zombies around when night comes, because they will be running and they are a pain to deal with. Especially, there's one. Especially if you have to use a melee weapon. Things kind of get a little hairy. Let's gather up stuff. I don't know where that zombie went, but I probably should. Where'd you come from, bud? Oof. That was a chin shot. Oh. Gave me some stuff I can use. There was another zombie around here, I thought. I thought it was a lady with a blue shirt, but maybe I'm crazy. Oh no. I do see a pig up on the hill here. Of course I miss. The arrows in this game are very difficult to judge where they are actually going to fly. do have to arc them quite significantly for really a rather short distance. It would be really nice if I can actually kill one of these animals and get a bone knife going. Alright, Piggy. You'll make me waste my arrows, aren't you? Two to spare. Now, there's more efficient ways to skin these animals, but all I've got is a stone axe, so I have to make do with it. It also doesn't hurt, well, me anyways. Sure hurts the animals, but it doesn't hurt to kill them early game because you need the animal hides to make leather. And unless you get lucky and find a house with a forge, you're going to need to make your own, which part of that is having leather to make the bellows part of the forge recipe. Oh, I couldn't afford that hit, or that miss. Alright, I guess, ooh, that's nice. Always is a good idea to search zombies. Even if you don't get anything of any significant use, it always helps your scavenging level. And in turn, that helps you find better and more stuff as you loot. So you'll notice, like this shotgun stock I found earlier. It's level 25. It's a brown, like, health bar on it. As you loot and rank up your scavenging, you will start to find, like, higher quality level and better durability on your looted items. Or you'll find just more stuff in general. Since they're like a stack of 10 feathers out of a bird's nest, you'll find like a stack of 15. And it increases chances of like other stuff spawning. And sort of decreases your chances of not finding anything at all. Oh, that door's already built. That's nice. Oh, this axe is pretty much done for. Make that real quick before I run out of inventory space. More stuff. Kinda need more cinder blocks. I'm gonna have to go start beating on this rock down here to get stones. Kinda don't want to do because that's a very boring and tedious task. Take the gunpowder, why not? Just break some more of this grass. Always good to try to get as much resources as you can first day while it's daylight, just because the zombies tend to be a pain to deal with at night. This little, like, dead saplings are a pretty good source of easy wood to gather. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to pound on this rock for a little bit to get any kind of stone. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this a little series. It'd be kind of slow at first, I'd say, kind of like Minecraft, but should be more action-packed, should be more fighting zombies and exploration. Not really a learning trip because I've played this game a decent amount. I kind of know mostly what I'm doing, but we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully, some of y'all enjoy this game, and you can leave a comment like, yeah, I'll play this, or hey, you can do this. It's a more efficient or a better way of doing things. Or just cool ideas like, hey, you can build this kind of a base. It's really awesome. That's another thing about this game I really enjoy is you can build some pretty cool stuff, and there's some pretty cool block options, because it's not all squares like Minecraft. I mean, it's quasi sort of square, like the base building blocks, but I mean, you can make other stuff like beds, uh, desks, tables, mailboxes, letters, toilets, chairs. You can make all kinds of like different actual blocks that are not blocky. But pounding on this rock's definitely rough on the old stamina bar. That's why it's good to invest in the perk that regenerates it faster for you. Actually, it's active regeneration, so it's constantly regenerating even while you are using it. So, in theory, you kind of can do more before you run out of stamina, too. But try to beat on this rock a little more. Might grab a couple more things of plant fibers off the ground and chop a tree or two down, because we'll be basically reinforcing and reconstructing this house. It's a little run down looking. Be doing that over the night cycle, though. Off camera work that'll be pretty mundane, and unfortunately kind of like pounding on this rock is. Alright, I'm done with that. That's done for. I'll make a new one. Go ahead and get this little bit of a base establishment more established. So yeah, unfortunately, I think in this house, if there's going to be a forge, it'd be here by this fireplace, but there is not. So we're just going to have to make do with what we've got. Alright, grab my chest. Place it right there. And then just basically put all the things I don't need. Could probably eat those real quick. Not like these berries do much for your food, but food is food. Gotta eat what you can. Definitely put that away. Carrying that raw meat actually attracts zombies to you more than just normals, so it's always a good idea to get rid of that if you don't need to have it on your person. Alright, do that. And also, unlike Minecraft, we have a sort feature in this game. Been here for a long time, but it's nice to have it. Alright, so I got a melee. But knobs are they're okay. They're passable for a weapon. Until you get to a hunting knife, or if you can actually find a machete. So pretty much what I'll be doing over the night cycle and more or less off camera is just kind of repairing places in the house that are like broken or burnt out. Not really that I need to, but it ranks up your construction skill, which lets you break stuff better with axes and hammers and construction tools of the game. And also, I just gives me something to do. Because when you're sitting here at night, you really just don't want to deal with zombies. They are not vicious, really. They're just hard to kill because they run circles around you and also tend to stun you pretty badly. Oh, that door's seen better days. And while you're sitting here at night, or wherever you are, you don't have to be necessarily in a house, but you can craft a lot of axes and arrows. Ranks up your tool and weapon smithing, so you get better quality axes, bows, and all the other goodies that you eventually can make in this game. Just kind of repairing some stuff real quick. Really don't have as much resources as I wish I had, but gotta make do with what you got. a bathroom in here. Nothing. And an empty jar. And some more. I'm not sure what's going on here. Might have been upgrading the upper block at the same time somehow. You know what? I might want to reinforce these. Because, although the zombies can't just walk through those, yeah, they'll kind of one-hit break those. So we don't want them doing that. Also, I think they can see you through those blocks because they're kind of technically transparent. If one happens to wander by and sees me, that would cause problems. Because they will eventually break through and try to eat me. That's not going to be good. I'll deal with this other stuff later. Alright, well, that's pretty much the end of day one. 7 days to die. Kind of slow, just mundane stuff. But it'll get more exciting, especially when the Blood Moon days come around. Be a lot of zombie killing and excitement going on. But, alright, well, this is episode 1. So, thank you for watching. Any comments about what I can do or should do or you would like to see, greatly appreciated. Leave a like, and if you would like to see some more of this and my Minecraft and some other games I'll be playing, hopefully, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.